Sparking family, welcome back to my channel. So today's video, I'm going to be testing out Five Below makeup. Now there's a YouTuber I ran across recently, and I think it's because I uploaded a Five Below DIY video, so they recommended her YouTube into my newsfeed. And so basically her name is MAKEUPBYPITA, and she did a video where she tested out Five Below makeup. So I suggest you check her out if you like makeup and you like saving money, because lots of her videos are her going to like to TJ Maxx, Marshalls, and finding high-end makeup at a discount rate, and so she shares that with you guys. Last month I did a Walmart video where I bought their cheapest makeup, like the cheapest foundation I could find, cheapest eyeshadow I could find, and I did a full face using it. And I wanted to do something else like that, but the thing is I know I'm gonna go to like Target and it's gonna be the same products, because Wet n Wild and e.l.f. are just the most inexpensive makeup you can find, let's face it. So when I saw her testing out Five Below makeup, I got instantly inspired to do it myself. So I went to Five Below, the place where there is no shortage of emoji, unicorn, or mermaid items, and I picked out some products. So at Five Below they have lots of eyeshadow palettes. That's what I would say they have the most of. And then after that, lots of different lip palettes or lip collections. They have some eyeshadow palettes that look like the Urban Decay Naked eyeshadow palettes. They don't have too many foundations. The only foundation I saw was the Wet n Wild foundation, and concealers. I couldn't find any concealers beside priming, like correcting type of concealers. They have a big collection dedicated to like mermaid, unicorn, fairy makeup. Lots of the makeup inside of these packages are vibrant colors or holographic, lots of shimmer inside of them. So if you're into that type of makeup, you can look there. I'm not a big fan of colorful, bright makeup, so I passed on that. Before hitting record on this video, I took a shower, so I have no makeup on and my hair is still wet. So let's start with the brushes I chose. The Five Below I went to didn't have too big of a selection of brushes. It was mainly mermaid, fairy, unicorn themed brushes, and then there was like the set with smaller brushes that I could find. So the brushes I picked up are the mermaid brushes. Oh my gosh, oh, they are so cute, man. From the get-go, they feel very soft. We'll see how they actually work. Okay, so I like to start off with my eyes. This is the thing, I couldn't find an eyeshadow primer at Five Below. I couldn't find a face primer, and I really wanted this face primer that I saw Pita use, and I couldn't find it. So instead, what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this palette. I haven't used it yet. It's from Amazon, and it's something similar to what you would find at Five Below. So I'm just going to end up using this palette, and I'm going to use this as my eyeshadow primer. So when I was choosing the eyeshadow that I wanted, there's a bunch of different eyeshadows that they have, but I decided to go with a palette that had more than just eyeshadow. There's gel liner in this, brow powder, a highlighter, blush, bronzer, eyeliner, pencil, eyeshadow applicators, blush applicator, and an eyebrow brush. So I decided to go with this palette because there's so much more in there for $5. The thing with this highlighter though, it is like silver. Unless your dad is the Tin Man from the Wizard of Oz and your mom is like the robot from the Jetsons, I don't see how you could use this if you were anything but a robot mutation. I don't see this being an everyday highlight. So this has a mixture of shimmer and matte shadows. So there's some brushes inside of here as well. So I'm going to fill in my brows using the darkest brow powder in this packet. Let me open this thing. Ooh girl, goodbye. This color right here, this brow powder, I don't feel like it's going to match my color at all because my hair is a dark brown. I feel like this one right here, which is an eyeshadow, will match it better. And I'm going to fill in my brows and I'll tell you how it works. You can definitely see that this is too light for my hair color and it's too much on the red side. On my left eye, I'm going to be using one of the dark brown eyeshadows instead and see if that works. This one looks much better than the other one. It's still kind of red, but it's not as bad as the other one is. I like a thick brow. I like my brows to look like a caterpillar decided to live on my face. The eyeshadow on the brows, it's pigmented enough, but I don't think it's too pigmented. It's not as pigmented as I would like it to be. I'm gonna start off with putting an eyeshadow all over the eyelid because this will help my other eyeshadows blend out more smoothly. So I'm using the nude eyeshadow that's in this palette. It's in the first row. It's the second from the bottom. So I'm just gonna apply this all over my eyelid. And I'm using the crease brush from the Mermaid collection. It's a little harder to use because it's so dense. So I'm going to take this matte purple, it's not like entirely purple, it's almost like a purple rose, and I'm going to put that into the crease and blend it up toward the brow bone. I don't know if you can see that. In person I can see it, but in the camera it's kind of looking like it's super light. I'm going to mess with the lighting on this. I definitely need like a blending brush for this, like a fluffy one. It's a little hard to blend out with this brush just because there's so many hairs to it. It's very packed. On a scale from 1 through 5, I would give this one a 2. It's not super pigmented, but it does get the job done. It's very, very light. So I'm gonna make this a little intense. I'm gonna take the dark burgundy color inside of this eyeshadow palette, and I am going to apply that to my eyelid and then blend it onto the crease. Okay, now this eyeshadow, there's a lot of fallout. You can see it right here. The color is not pigmented. Like, there's something, so I would probably rate this a 2 because I mean there is something, but it's not the way it looks inside of the pan. So this time around I'm going to use an actual eyeshadow brush, and I'm going to pack the color on and see if it's the eyeshadow brush that was doing that I was using. Okay, so this time around it's definitely going on a little bit more pigmented, definitely, but it's still like not the exact same color that I see inside of the pan. So I probably should have did just the Five Below brushes on one eye and then like my regular brushes on another eye. Okay, let's add some shimmer to this look. I'm taking a dusty rose color and there's shimmer in it, and then I'm just going to apply that onto the eyelid only on top of that burgundy. I decided to use the Wet n Wild brush because I feel like I'm not giving the eyeshadow an entirely fair shot using that one crease brush from the Mermaid collection. I don't know. I'm not positive that I'm liking this palette because this is the thing. Five Below also carries the Wet n Wild eyeshadow palettes. They don't come with as many eyeshadows. They don't come with like a blush or a contour powder, but the eyeshadows are very pigmented and they're very easy to blend out. They're such great quality. Now I'm going to take this shimmery orange color and I'm going to put it around the tear duct. Like I said, there's some pigmentation in each eyeshadow I've used. They're just very hard to blend out and they're not the most pigmented. Like when you're blending them out, the color just really fades away. So I'm just kind of having a hard time with it. In person, I will say it does look better than it does in the camera, but it just looks very splotchy. It looks like in areas there's no eyeshadow. It doesn't look like it's blended the best. So I don't know. We'll see how the actual face makeup does. Hopefully it does better than the eyeshadows. To line my lashes, I'm going to be using the brown gel liner. Now, I'm not going to use the angle brush the eyeshadow palette came with. I'm not going to use this angle brush to do it. I want to give this a fair shot. And I know if I use these brushes, the liner is going to come out too thick. It's going to be hard to fix because the brushes are just too thick for that. So I'm going to use an actual eyeliner brush. It's a smooth gel liner. On a pigmentation scale, I'll probably give it like a 3, 1 through 5. Yeah, so it's not bad. It's decent. I definitely want to try the eyeliner pencil because it came with one. So I'm going to put this in my tight line, which I know a lot of people get grossed out when, like gurus lift up their eyelid to do this. So I'm going to do this off camera. So this eyeliner, I'm having a hard time with it getting to pop up like on my actual like waterline. So I'm trying to warm it up to try to get it to pop up there. Let me put on my lower lash line to show you guys. This eyeliner is almost like my boobs, non-existent. Like there's something, but is there really? This eyeliner pencil is probably my least favorite so far. Okay, let's move on to the mascara and the eyelashes. I picked up this kit right here. It is a, what is this called? Smoke and Mirrors. There's 2 mascaras inside of this, actually 2 pairs of false lashes, and then an eyeliner pencil. So there is a lengthening mascara in this and a volumizing mascara. So I think I'll use the lengthening one on one eye and then the volumizing one on another. I'm running into a problem. So I took the lengthening mascara, I put the brush inside, and I'm like trying to get product out and I'm getting like nothing. I'm struggling. Look, okay, there's some mascara right there, but it's just dry, crusty mascara. It's not even wet. You can see it's not leaving any residue behind on my finger. See, like, look. Put it in. It's dried out. Darn it. Okay, let me try the other mascara. I can actually feel product this time around. Like, it feels like there's a resistance pulling out the brush, whereas before it just comes right out. Yeah, there is product on this brush. So this is the mascara I'm going to use because I couldn't even use the other one. This is what I'm going to say about the volumizing mascara. I mean, it at least gets a 1 because product actually came out. And I do see, like, volumizing happening. But it's kind of clumpy. And then a lot of product went on the brush and the brush bent. Like, it's very flimsy, the brush. I feel bad sometimes being like that because I know, like, sometimes these type of things are the only, like, makeup somebody can't afford. But I do also think that there's more affordable makeup out there. Yeah, you'll end up spending a little bit more in the long run, but it's still inexpensive, like with Wet n Wild and e.l.f. And I highly recommend, and I'll link it down below for you guys, the Walmart video that I did where I used, like I said, the cheapest foundation I could find, the cheapest highlighter, the cheapest eyeshadows. Most of the products I used, I would say like 99% of them, they were really, really good. Okay, now I'm going to use the eyelashes. Both eyelashes are exactly the same. When I apply my eyelashes, I use my fingers and then the end of a brush to press it down. I never use tweezers like other people. Using tweezers actually scares me. Okay, now you can see my face a little bit better. Like I said, the problem that I'm having with this is, yeah, you get so much in a palette, but it's not very pigmented. It gets the job done, but it's just done in a sloppy way. That's the best way I could put it, because it's just so hard to blend out, and then it's very splotchy. Like I said, I know I'm repeating myself, but I'm struggling with this palette. The eyelashes, they're okay. They kind of just remind me of like the Wet n Wild or Color Mix eyelashes you can get at Dollar Tree. Okay, let's move on to the foundation. The only foundation I could find at Five Below was the Wet n Wild foundation, which I already own, so I didn't buy it again. It's the Photo Focus foundation, and the one I'm using is in Cream Beige, so I'm just gonna go ahead and put that on my skin. I forgot to tell you guys, the brush I'm using is from e.l.f. I got it from Dollar Tree. It was only $1 there, of course, but I think it's like $3 elsewhere. And one more thing I gotta tell y'all, I didn't really want to use the mermaid brushes to apply the foundation, because one's like a blush brush and the other one I want to use to contour, so I didn't really want to get like liquid on it. Okay, now I'm going to take the bronzer in this palette and I'm going to just apply it all over my face. This brush is super soft, y'all. It is soft. The bronzer isn't bad. It's definitely matte. And I kind of like that it goes on like less pigmented than other bronzers because you can build it up. So I do really like the fluffy powder brush, and I would say the bronzer is now my favorite thing that I've tried so far in this palette. So the palette I got for highlighting and contouring is this one that says Sculpt and Glow. So I'm going to mix together the two contour colors and use that to contour. And I'm using the Sculpting Mermaid brush. I do like the brushes. The crease brush though, it's too dense to use it with what I was trying to use it for, but I do like the brushes. Okay, I do like that contour. It looks a little harsh on camera, but in person it doesn't look too bad. So now I'm going to highlight. They're all too pink. I think honestly the only two highlights in here are the first two, so I'm going to use the lightest one I see, and I'm going to try it on the top of my cheekbone. I'm talking to the man in the mirror. I'm asking him to change his ways. And no message could have been any clearer. If you want to make the world a better place, take a look at yourself and make a change. Sing it with me. I'm talking to... Okay. Oh, it's not bad. I like it. Okay. So far, this is like definitely my favorite product I've tried thus far. The brushes are nice too, but in terms of actual makeup, this palette is killing it compared to the other ones. Okay, so I'm going to use a blush from this palette. I'm not going to use that blush that's in that other palette just because I feel like this is more promising. So I think I'm going to take this pink one that's right in the middle, and I'll use this. Now, I don't normally wear blush, I ain't gonna lie to you guys, but I will for this tutorial. Oh my gosh, guys, this palette is definitely nice. Now, all the powders, they go on very smooth. It's like almost buttery feeling. Not that they feel like that, like they feel like powders, but on your skin it just goes on so smooth that it's almost like that buttery texture because of how smooth it blends into the skin. I really like this. I don't know if the camera's picking it up, but it's very, very nice. I do like all three. It's like a Neapolitan ice cream on my face right now. We got some vanilla, chocolate, and strawberry. Okay, for the lips, I'm going to be using this long-lasting liquid lipstick. It doesn't really have a brand. Well, wait, Tattoo Junkie, that's what it's called. And it's in the color Queen. I chose this one because it kind of looks like the Kylie Cosmetics Candy K and Cocoa liquid lipstick mixed together. So that's why I bought the color. Now it comes with this little container that has glitter in it. So you put this on top of the liquid lipstick and then it's supposed to make it look like this. I'm not going to do that. The reason I'm not going to do that is because I think I'm going to hate it. Because I like a matte lip. You guys, I think this is a dupe for Kylie Cosmetics Candy K. This is the Kylie Cosmetics Candy K right there, and then in this one right here is the Tattoo Junkie. Look how similar they are in color. Like, yes, this one is slightly darker, but it is very similar. I just grabbed a third color from Kylie Cosmetics. This one's called Posy Kate. So it's like an in-between of the two. I'm happy that this slowly started to go uphill. But this color I really, really, really do like. It's very similar to something you can get from Kylie Cosmetics. You guys, I just noticed, gosh, my little peach fuzz is coming in. The Puerto Rican in me is showing. I need a shave. It's great for taking off like peach fuzz. Time to cue the beauty guru intro.
This is my face. I'm making faces to the camera so I could be like all the beauty gurus. Doesn't make me a professional because I'm making faces to a camera. Who knows? I'm ending the song because it's weird.
I want to talk about all the products I just used. Let's start with the brushes. I do like the brushes a lot. Aesthetically, they're really pretty and they're all very soft. This one, I feel like the eyeshadows I used didn't show its full potential, but these three I do like a lot. So even if this one sucks, I still think for $5 these three are worth it. It comes out to $1.25 each. So from a scale of 1 to 5, I give these a 5. Then the next thing I did use was this eyeshadow palette slash brow powder, gel liner, the blush, contour, highlighter. This palette, I wouldn't say, hey, don't try it at all because it is $5. But I will also say at the same time, you can get better quality items for a cheaper price. So I would not purchase this again. I wouldn't at all. This on a scale from 1 to 5, I give a 1. And that's beside the fact that this one didn't even work at all. The lashes I can get for $1 somewhere else. The mascara really didn't do too much for me, the one that actually worked. This eyeliner, I don't know how well it works, but I feel like you can still just get an eyeliner for $1, lashes for $1, and then you can get like the Wet n Wild mascara that's $3, and there's $5 right there, and I'm sure it's all just better. This I give a 1. Like, I did not like this. I will remember you. I dropped my palette. And finally, the liquid lipstick that I used, I really, really like this color. I think it's very similar to Kylie Cosmetics liquid lipsticks. It has that dry feeling like liquid lipsticks tend to have, but honestly, that's every freaking liquid lipstick. The pigmentation was great. It blended out very smoothly. So this alone, I would give a 4. I wouldn't give it necessarily a 5, and the reason being, I don't know about the wear of this. I don't know if it wears off easily, but for color alone, I would give it a 5. I'm sorry that this one's a little harder to judge. I do feel like from far, the makeup doesn't necessarily look bad, but up close and what I'm used to when it comes to makeup products, I'm not the biggest fan of it. And I'm talking specifically about the eyes. Like the face, I'm fine with. The lips, I'm good with. The brows, they're not my favorite. The eyeshadow, it just looks very sloppy to me. Like, I don't know. I mean, you guys could see the makeup. Hopefully it was helpful to some of you guys, you know. There was definitely hits and misses. Obviously, there's going to be hits and misses with no matter the company you're buying it from or the store you're buying it from, even if it was high-end makeup. Is Five Below makeup worth it? Man, it's really a hit or miss. Like, I feel like maybe you can have a lot of success with one thing and then no success with another. It's going to be like trial and error for you. And like, I love Five Below. I've never actually tried their makeup, so I'm glad I actually got to try it. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Also, make sure you're subscribed to my YouTube channel if you're not, so you'll be notified every single time that I upload. I do lots of Dollar Tree DIY videos on here. I have a couple of Five Below DIY videos on here. Lots of the stuff you see behind me, I made out of Dollar Tree products. So if you're into that, you're into decor on a budget, make sure you subscribe. Anyways, thank you so much for watching my boring butt. With that being said, I will see you guys next time. Take care. Bye!